Have you ever wondered what shaped the journey of a man who rose from modest origins to become a decisive leader on the global stage? Stay tuned, because today we're exploring Narendra Modi, The Man, the Times by Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay. First published in 2013, this book aims to offer a nuanced portrait of India's 14th Prime Minister, long before he cemented his status as a prominent international figure. Mukhopadhyay, a veteran journalist, weaves together personal anecdotes, historical context, and rigorous reporting to trace Modi's transformation from the child of a tea seller in Gujarat to a polarizing political figure who would eventually reshape Indian politics. In this video-style summary, we'll delve into the early influences that molded Modi's character, his rise within the Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP), his leadership during crises, and how he evolved into a national icon. Whether you're curious about the intricacies of Indian politics or seeking insight into the personal motivations behind a major world leader, this exploration promises to deliver a broad overview of what makes Modi such a fascinating study in modern governance. Let's begin the journey into Narendra Modi, the man, the times. Mukhopadhyay begins by painting a portrait of Modi's childhood in Vadnagar, a small town in Gujarat. Modi's family belonged to the Ganchi oil presser community, a lower middle-class demographic with limited resources. Yet, despite economic constraints, Modi's early years were defined by curiosity, discipline, and a budding sense of social engagement. Mukhopadhyay draws attention to Modi's stint at his father's tea stall near a railway station, a backdrop that would later become a symbolic narrative of his humble origins. These everyday experiences introduced Modi to the diversity of travelers passing through, and arguably seeded his interest in broader societal issues. The author also highlights Modi's adolescent engagement with the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, RSS, a right-wing Hindu nationalist organization that profoundly influenced his worldview. Mukhopadhyay underscores the RSS's emphasis on discipline, volunteer work, and ideological commitment as factors that shaped Modi's leadership style. By detailing these early influences, the book lays the groundwork for understanding how Modi's formative environment would inform his political strategies and philosophies as he climbed the ranks of the BJP. From a young RSS pracharak, campaigner, to a key figure in the BJP's Gujarat unit, Modi's trajectory within Indian politics was swift yet calculated. Mukhopadhyay emphasizes the synergy between Modi's innate organizational skills and the BJP's growing influence in the late 1980s and early 1990s. As Modi took on higher-level responsibilities, he built a reputation for meticulous planning, a sharp command of messaging, and a willingness to challenge established norms. While some older party members saw his ambition as brash, others viewed it as an asset needed to energize the BJP's ranks. A turning point came during the BJP's push to consolidate power at the state and national levels, particularly around the Ram Janmabhoomi movement. Modi's knack for orchestrating political rallies, refining slogans, and mobilizing grassroots support did not go unnoticed by top leaders. Mukhopadhyay illustrates how Modi's political acumen, coupled with an unyielding work ethic, positioned him as a reliable strategist, ultimately paving the way for him to become the Chief Minister of Gujarat in 2001. Once Modi took office as the Chief Minister of Gujarat, he began implementing policies centered on business-friendly reforms, infrastructural projects, and economic growth. Mukhopadhyay details how Modi's government actively courted foreign investment, streamlined bureaucratic processes, and hosted large-scale summits like the vibrant Gujarat Global Investor Summit. Under his leadership, Gujarat showcased consistent growth in sectors like industry, power generation, and roads, earning him praise from many in the corporate world. However, Mukhopadhyay also acknowledges the critiques. Opponents argue that Gujarat's growth under Modi might have favored urban and industrial development over more equitable rural or social welfare initiatives. Yet within the BJP's broader narrative, Modi emerged as a poster child for good governance, touting Gujarat's success as a model for other Indian states. His careful branding, complete with well-crafted slogans and media-savvy campaigns, propelled Modi's national profile, bolstering speculation that he could eventually lead the BJP on a federal level. One of the most contentious chapters in Modi's career, and a substantial portion of Mukhopadhyay's study, revolves around the 2002 communal riots in Gujarat. These riots led to the deaths of many people, predominantly Muslims, and remain a dark stain on Indian history. Mukhopadhyay explores the accusations that Modi's administration either tacitly allowed or failed to prevent the violence. Modi himself has consistently denied wrongdoing, and subsequent legal inquiries found insufficient evidence to prosecute him directly. Nonetheless, the events drew international condemnation, and for a time, Modi was denied visas by Western countries, notably the United States. Mukhopadhyay presents various viewpoints, from those who believe the state did not do enough to curb the violence, to those who argue that blame was disproportionately placed on Modi for political reasons. By presenting multiple narratives, the author underscores how the 2002 riots would remain a polarizing episode, shaping public discourse about Modi's leadership style and moral compass for years to come. Mukhopadhyay moves on to dissect Modi's methodical climb toward national prominence, culminating in the 2014 general election. With India's incumbent government battling charges of corruption and policy paralysis, Modi was positioned by the BJP as a decisive leader who could jumpstart the Indian economy and restore national pride. Harnessing social media, mass rallies, and a sophisticated marketing strategy, Modi crafted his image as a pro-business reformer and grassroots champion. The Ab Ki Bar Modi Sarkar slogan became one of the most recognizable political catchphrases in recent Indian history. Mukhopadhyay details the behind-the-scenes mechanics, meticulously orchestrated events, data-driven campaign strategies, and alliances with influential figures in media. By election day, Modi had transformed from a regional leader to the BJP's face nationwide. The landslide victory not only ended decades-long dominance by the Congress Party, but also solidified Modi as a central figure in global politics. The success of this campaign, the author suggests, reflected Modi's talent for merging economic narratives with a strong personal brand. After Modi assumed the Prime Minister's office in 2014, the national and international spotlight grew even brighter. Mukhopadhyay comments on the ambitious policies rolled out during the early years of Modi's tenure, including the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Clean India campaign, the Make in India initiative to boost manufacturing, and the Digital India push to expand e-governance. Modi's foreign policy also aimed to elevate India's global stature. He embarked on numerous state visits, formed partnerships in strategic areas like defense and technology, and sought to deepen ties with the Indian diaspora. On the domestic front, initiatives like the Jan Dhan Yojana, a financial inclusion program, and the Ayushman Bharat healthcare plan garnered mixed reviews. Praised for bold vision, yet criticized for potentially overextending the state's capabilities. Mukhopadhyay suggests that Modi's leadership style, characterized by centralized decision-making and extensive media engagement, enables rapid policy deployment but can sideline dissenting voices, whether from opposition parties or civil society. The author also documents significant cultural shifts under Modi's administration, including a resurgence of Hindu nationalist rhetoric. Critics claim this can marginalize religious minorities and polarize public debate, while supporters hail it as a reclamation of cultural identity. These tensions highlight how Modi's governance continues to evoke passionate responses at home and abroad. In concluding Narendra Modi, the man, the times, Mukhopadhyay offers a measured reflection on Modi's enduring impact on Indian politics. He argues that Modi's ability to connect with both urban elites seeking economic growth and rural communities yearning for development sets him apart in a fragmented political landscape. Modi's fusion of growth-oriented policies, strong nationalist sentiment, and personal branding has reshaped the BJP's identity and expanded its electoral base. Supporters credit him with revitalizing India's economic aspirations, injecting fresh energy into foreign policy, and promoting cultural pride. Detractors, however, accuse him of eroding democratic norms, exacerbating communal divisions, and prioritizing optics over substantial reforms. Mukhopadhyay also raises the question of Modi's long-term legacy. Will his tenure be remembered for propelling India into a new era of global competitiveness, or for controversies that overshadow achievements? The author doesn't offer a definitive answer, implying that only time and history's perspective can fully resolve the debates that currently swirl around Modi. By weaving together interviews, archival research, and on-the-ground reporting, Mukhopadhyay presents a multifaceted view. Modi is neither demon nor demigod, but a complex figure shaped by ideological discipline, personal ambition, and India's rapidly evolving socio-political environment. Ultimately, this book stands out because it doesn't simply chronicle a politician's rise. It dissects the cultural, historical, and social currents that enabled that rise. From humble origins to a prime ministerial office that commands international attention, Modi's journey underscores how individual determination interacts with societal forces to forge a leader who can galvanize and sometimes polarize an entire nation. Curious to learn more about Narendra Modi's defining moments, leadership style, and policy initiatives? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you've read Narendra Modi, The Man, the Times, I'd love to hear what you think. Did Mukhopadhyay capture the essence of this multifaceted leader? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the stories of influential figures shaping our world today.